All right, we're live. Okay, hope everybody's having a great Friday. Uh, all of you that might be here at the moment. Let me get this up. Okay, here we go. Cool. So I'm doing a real quick string change. I'm going to dive into this real quick, and I love putting strings on guitars that I changed them last time because, well, they come off real easy and they go back on real easy. I'm going to be really quick about this. We'll see if I can break any land speed records for an acoustic guitar string change. I've already loosened the strings up on this one, and you'll see why I like to change strings the way I do. Because if you're at a gig and let's just say you broke the low E string, which doesn't happen very often, you can get it off of there just like that. We'll bring you up here to the headstock so you can see what I'm talking about. Tying your knots that people do in their strings, or running the string through the hole in the stem twice, is a complete utter waste of time, and it will make it so that when you're at a gig and you break a string, you won't be able to do this. You'll be sitting there wrestling with it for way longer than is necessary. This guy, I used clear tone 11 to 53s on this last time, or I'm sorry, they're 11 to 52 clear tone brand strings, so they're a coated string, and we'll show you. These strings are very discolored, and you can see little spots in here where the strings have been making contact with the frets, and that's how your strings wear out. If you're playing your strings for 8 to 10 hours straight and they look perfect, they get dents in them, and that causes intonation issues on your instrument because the string's bent in each place. That's how strings generally are worn out. They might look perfect, but they're dented. So if you're playing a lot, it's a very good idea to always keep an extra set of the identical strings that you're using on your guitar in your case, always. This gentleman will go home with a set of these clear tones today, and I'll put an extra set in his case. These are the strings that I put on it last time, so that he knows exactly what they are. I need to go grab a set of those because I want to make sure he has an extra set in his case. So give me a moment. All right. So we got our clear tones. They changed the packages, but it's the same gauge string, same everything. It's a custom light set, and we'll get this. I know you guys have seen this 1,000 times on 1,000 different channels, but I'll show you how I do it once again, just to kind of refresh everybody on my process. And it ain't the only way, but it is a very good and fast way. Oops. Yeah, these are the right ones. I thought I had grabbed a set of electric. We keep electric and acoustic strings in our inventory here at the shop. We have approximately, I don't know, $1 million in inventory here at this little shop that we keep going every single day. We've got people in wanting to sell CDs and sell amplifiers and trade for stuff, and we're always open to those sorts of activities. So I'm going to wipe down the fingerboard, and I'm going to go ahead and run some polish over the guitar real quick. I'm going to try and do this again as quickly as I can. This part's kind of been done 1,000 times on 10,000 different channels. So I just noticed there's a bit of a guck here. Looks like somebody got snot on it or something. We'll see. But this guy will be real happy to get his guitar back all shiny, looking fresh and new. No pick guard on this one, which is cool. He'll wear a hole in it eventually. It's got some chips in the finish here. We're not going to address that today. He didn't want me to go through and do all that sort of stuff. He just wants new strings. He's not worried about it. Kind of likes the way that the guitar is starting to look used and getting the vintage. This is a Teton model STS 110 CE cut E-way CE, cut E-way. That's what CE stands for. Don't ask me why. It's guitar manufacturing tomfoolery at its finest. It's like Gibson serial numbers. Alright? We all love Gibson serial numbers. Like the most secretive enigma code ever. Oh, by the way, all due respect, one of the smartest and saddest ends of a human being right here on my chest. This is one of the smartest men and one of the men involved in winning World War II for the Allies. Were it not for people like him, we may all be speaking a different language right now. German is a very beautiful language, and the people of Germany are very beautiful people. They were brainwashed, and they, Sir Turing helped and was utterly murdered by his countrymen, which is as sad as what happened, almost as sad as what happened in Germany. And I do not equate him to what happened over there at all. But they didn't allow him to live the life that he chose to live. And if you know anything about the Sir Alan Turing, you know how sad it is. Alright, so we're all cleaned on the top. Looks good. We're not going to treat the fingerboard with any linseed oil today. I did that last time. So let's get some strings on this real quick. There. Let's get you down here in the business. I got to get my end pins all lined up here. I'm going to try not to knock my camera on the floor and make you all boat sick, seasick. Boat sick, what a dork. Okay, we'll go ahead and use these pins. They're fairly well rounded off on the ends. And we'll get these on here and tuned up as quickly as possible and get on to the subject at hand, which is the gem that I will be working on again today and possibly tomorrow. I may have to work on my day off to try and get that guitar done. The owner of that guitar is not in any big hurry, but I always tell him, don't tell me that, man. So he's got a couple of different end pins on this, and I may have replaced one last time, given I think he was missing one because he broke a string and it fell out and it got lost. So if you break a string on your acoustic guitar, say you're at a gig or at a friend's house or whatever, pull the pin out of here on the string that was broken, because it will just fall out. There's nothing holding it in there at that point. Okay, some of them fit pretty tight and you don't have to worry too much about it, but I do recommend pulling those out. And always keep this is just unsolicited advice, but always do your best to keep one of these in your guitar case. If you break a string at a gig, you can wind it up very quickly with this, and you can pull your end pins, right? We all know that. Maybe we don't. Maybe some of us don't. So here we go. Let's get these on here. He had zero complaints about the string action or the playability of his instrument, so he's not asking me to do a bunch of extra stuff, but we will check the neck relief and make sure that the truss rod is adjusted properly. I hope everybody's having a really great Thursday or Friday. It's Friday today. I missed a day. We will get the gem on the bench here as soon as I'm done with this. Get the string stretched and tuned up properly. That's too high. That's probably A sharp, I'm guessing. I don't have perfect pitch, but I'm awful darn close when it comes to changing strings. And as you can see, I'm not doing anything fancy here. 2 wraps on the wound strings, tighten her up. That sounds like D. Yeah, I think I'm right. I don't know. 2 wraps over the top of your wraps with the end of the string going through the hole. Pull it taut. cinch it up. All the machine heads are working very evenly on them. Beautiful Teton guitars. These guys make some beautiful, awesome instruments. And on the unwound strings, I go 3 wraps. And then over the top of the wraps, this is the hard part, on these unwound strings, they can get a little carried away and want to go everywhere but where you want them to go. That's typical. All right, pull it taut and tighten her down. Cinch her up. Right? Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Major third interval between the G and the B string. All right. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to come from this side. Come on. The clear tone strings are usually really long out of the box, which is nice. Yep. Things are getting a little not going easy here. We're gonna have to play rough. See, the string will go anywhere and everywhere but where you want it to go when you're changing strings on your guitar. That's just the rule. There are very few rules when it comes to music, but that rule is number 1. Rule A, number 1. There we go. That's looking good. Sometimes you got to wrestle with them a little bit. Take a second to, I can see that the windings are starting to roll down a little bit. There we go. Oh, where's my tuner? Where's my tuna? Where is my tuna? Oh, there it is. It's on the gem. And I'm going to go over what happened on that gym yesterday. Go stretching proper. All right, we'll get these done. I look like I'm hurrying. I kind of am, because I want to get on that gem as quickly as possible today. It has a lot of work to do on that one to bring it back to life. It has. I'm going to do my best. I spoke with the owner this morning about the problems that I encountered with the guitar. Oops, sorry if my cameraman's not he's not following my not following me proper. All right. All right. Got to be careful with these clear tones. You don't want to break them, because I don't have single clear tone coated strings. There's a set of normal Ernie Ball, like earthwood strings. I would probably be a little bit more aggressive. So with these ones, I don't get mean with them, or too mean. This guitar does have electronics in it. What's happening, Richard?
I'm working on the. Is that you and me been corresponding?
Who?
A text? You've been texting me?
Nope.
Must be Chris.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. So I'm over there, you know, in the parking lot. He's got the 4 speakers,
Okay,
powered speakers.
Just a second. I'm live on
Well,
the.
that's what I thought.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
So, Union, the high school?
No.
Or
parking lot. Bench warmer.
Oh, that whole thing absolutely has to have XLR cable run from the input box to each speaker.
Instead of
they
the
were
2
told
wire.
the electricians when we installed that 10 years ago, 8 years ago, they were told that. I specifically, and I gave them XLR, a whole spool of it, and they put speaker wire in.
Yep.
It will not work that way.
Because 2 of the speakers are chattering or making
Yeah.
weird sound, and there's nothing plugged into them. It must be picking up radio waves or
Right.
something. Just
They ran the wires alongside the wires for the
power?
potentially that power and the security system, which sends RF
That's probably
for it to
exactly-
work. Those wires have to be run
Yep. I
no
agree.
less than a foot away, and they should not be run in a parallel line.
And
So-
they just had a new camera system put in.
He did.
And that's exactly why those 2 speakers are making that weird noise. Now,
Yeah.
if I fire it up, it's probably going to work.
One of the speakers works. One of them. The rest of them have no audio, so they're probably going to have to be dismounted and brought in to see
Yeah.
if
okay.
someone
Well, I'm just
shot
gonna
a hole through them. There could be a bullet hole. You never know.
Yeah, yeah.
Here
Well,
we
I'm
go.
gonna grab a little mixer to go over there, and with a Bluetooth feature, and just try to fire them up and just see what I get.
Yeah, he's
But-
got.
But why did he wait until today when they're going to use it tomorrow?
Well, they did it to me last time.
It's like, dude,
So-
you should have given this a month ago.
I will make time to go over there if you need help making it work. But the only way, I'm telling you, the only way to make that system, you get one speaker. None of the rest of them work. They
so,
just.
so I'm
they're-
going to face that if I go there and fire it up right
if
now.
you're standing, there's a post that those speaker, the input to the, there's 4 jacks.
That's right.
Which
That's
there
right.
shouldn't be. There should be 2. But
Okay.
that again, the electricians did not do what I told them.
Okay.
They didn't listen to an expert. They listened to
Yeah. No, I
this
get it.
wire's cheaper
Yeah.
and all that. But they ran 4 pieces of wire when they really
Which is
didn't.
going to be
have
weird because the mixer has 2 outputs.
It's exactly my point.
So they didn't know what they were doing.
It was set up to kind of try and be a surround sound system in a live environment, so that stage monitors aren't really necessary for a band. But no, it's done. It's wired
half-assed.
completely wrong.
Yeah.
They need to be. And this is not something that's going to happen today.
No.
You're
there's
going to
no-
get.
I agree.
You're going to be
I'm
able
just
to
gonna
make.
Go start drinking beer. I don't care.
So let me just share with you to make your life simple.
I'm ready to hear you.
Okay. They're going to get a mono signal going to one speaker.
Yeah.
That is the only, and it's if you stand up against the brick wall where the 4 inputs are, I think the top left one feeds the one speaker, and if you're facing like where you're standing up against that brick wall,
Right
the
there.
speaker to your right
Yep.
and away
Yep.
from you is the only speaker you will be able to get audio out of.
So
So just wire it up so that whatever they have going in there, and I would use his mixing board because that's probably
didn't
what
know
they're
he had
going to
one. He
use.
probably does.
He's got all that gear, and I don't know, they're going to have a DJ down there, and so he'll show up. He won't be there now when he needs to be there to test it.
if
So
there was the DJ, guess what? Bring your own sound system.
that might be a good idea, but
'Cause
he's
this is
only
way
going to get.
more involved than we could fix in a day.
Yeah.
You need a man lift to get up there.
Absolutely, and
All
that's
right.
why I haven't
Maybe
done
I'm just
anything over
wasting
there.
my time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the electricians screwed the
Yep.
pooch on that. And I've played through that system, and there is always noise, and I knew it from day one,
Yeah,
and
it's-
I let him know
So we
from
need
day
to
one.
rewire it with XLR.
Yes, 100%.
And then it'll be fantastic.
Yep, two cables, and then one right, one left, and then just an XLR cable that piggybacks out of those speakers into the other
so
ones.
think about this. Here's my plugins behind me, the 4 plugins
Yep.
currently now, and I'm standing there like this. Okay.
Yep.
Right, left. Or would you want it different?
That's a
Would
subject
you
of
want to
great
go
debate.
Right, left.
I would mix it.
I would do it like a stereo.
At that point, it doesn't really matter because if a band sets up to play and they want to mix in stereo, which in
Right.
that environment they should,
Right.
because
so,
they have.
so
You got
then
2 guitar
wouldn't we
players.
Make that. So I'm the
Make
audience
it
now.
fr-
I'm turning around. There's
the guy playing guitar on the left side of the stage, you hear him out of that speaker. So what you want to do is when you're looking at the stage, that's right and left.
That's all I wanted to hear.
That's, yeah, mix it like that, and then the audience will hear things if somebody gets mixing in there. But they can also plug their wires in backwards, and then it's that's their fault.
Side note,
yes.
Looks like we got that North Powder job.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as they will get equipment, so that's a go.
Okay.
And then there's also another job up at the Willawa Senior Center.
Okay.
85-inch TV on a roll-around stand.
Oh,
that's going to be fun to play with. So I want to grab you for both jobs.
At least they didn't do a screen, right?
No.
Those things are a pain in the ass.
I said, in today's world, just do an 85-inch.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, say hi to Richard. Richard, you want to say hello?
Hey, gang. How you doing out there? Pleasure dealing with this guy. Anyway, hi, goodbye. I'll be in touch.
All right. Let me know if you need some help over there. Come get me.
I will.
Because they need that. I'll help them.
I get it.
Okay. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So we're about done changing strings on this one. I'm going to try and get to that gem as quickly as possible here. So I just want to play this a little bit and make sure that it's sitting in tune. Let me get my glasses out of the way so I don't scratch his guitar up. String action on this is awesome. I wonder why. That's why I do that. It's called practical application. Appropriate use of a diminished chord, right? For a half diminished chord. seems to be holding tune pretty well, surprisingly, right? Kind of weird. Let's check our neck relief real quick. We're not going to do a whole bunch of additional stuff on this. The neck relief is a little bit flat, so let's make that right. Where's my 4mm? Where's my 4? I'm missing a tool. All right. It's not there. It's not. I used it on that gem the other day. Maybe it's just hiding in my toolbox with thousands of other tools that I have in here. Let's see. Where did you go? Where are you? Well, I wonder if somebody borrowed it. I wonder. I gotta wonder, man. Tools getting borrowed all the time. Don't get put back sometimes. Oh, there she is. I found her. She was hiding, just like all the other ones. All the other nice ones are hiding. All right, so we don't have enough neck relief on this instrument, so we're going to go ahead and loosen the truss rod. It's a 4mm hex key, and I keep this rubber on here to not damage the strings. I can make a little bit of contact with the wrench and not worry about messing up this dude's guitar, or messing up these very nice strings that we just put on it. Let's see where we're at now. Let me get you over here in the action. I like to do this in the playing position. Yeah, we still have a little bit, our neck relief is not quite deep enough. And I feel like I was noticing a little bit of fret buzz while I was playing it. So if the neck is too flat, there we go. The string action seemed pretty darn low on this. Now isn't that fun? You know, if you're working on your own guitar, you know, hustle. Get to where you can play it. I mean, don't do anything fast, but you know, you can. Once you've done it a few times, you should become very fluid with this. And this is something, every time you change your strings is a great time to check your neck relief. I'm going to give them another little tug. You never want that B string sharp. That sucks. Yeah, we're going to check our neck, our string action here. I think I've got my string action measuring device. All my tools have seem to have disappeared. Interesting. That should never, ever, ever be gone. I'm not real worried about it. We're not going to do anything about the string action today. I wanted to just check it for you, but we'll let that go. Yeah, and just that little movement on the truss rod is really cleaned up. Who plays the guitar like that? Sounds pretty good. What chord is that? What would you call that chord? There you go. All right, let's cut the strings off and send this thing home. I'll call this guy and we'll get on to the business at hand. I don't know if I set any land speed records putting strings on this thing, but there we go. We'll check the tuning one more time. Woo. Look at that. All right, she's done, ready to go home. String change. Oh. Let me see here. Come on.
I'm just thinking this.
Give me a moment here. I got to call this gentleman. Keep his information out of the camera. Hey, Clayton, welcome, brother. Charlie, hello. Howdy. Whew. Oh, good grief. You guys are not going to believe what happened on that gem that I did all that work on yesterday. It's tragic. Give me a moment here. I know I've already got this guy's number. Yeah, well, oh, I didn't. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Now, when I save somebody's phone number in my contacts, because every client I work for, if I don't have their number in here, I take a photograph of their guitar so that I remember when I check in with them, I remember what I'm talking about. Stu, how goes the battle, brother?
All right.
You neck deep on the phone?
No, I'm just writing some information down.
Oh. There it is. Uh-oh. Yeah. All right, let me call this gentleman and let him know his guitar's ready. Really nice guy. His name's Justin. He brought his son in yesterday. His son's learning to play guitar too.
Was it a restring or what was it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was going to do that one.
You can only do 118% of everything that needs to be done here, Stu.
Hello? This is Justin.
Justin, hi. This is Marshall, the Grand Stereo.
What's up, bud?
Hey, your guitar is ready to go home.
Right on. I will come get it.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Cool. All right. So, I got to write up a bill real quick. I got to take care of, like cops. I got to do paperwork, right? You write a ticket, and it takes 8 hours to get the paperwork done for somebody not stopping at a stoplight or some stupid thing they got to write you a ticket for, right? Let's see. Let's see. Today is what? The 12th? 13th. What day is today? Today's the 11th. String change. Okay. What do you charge for a string change? Curious. And did anybody name that chord that I asked if anybody knew the name of it? Oh man, I gotta put this package of strings in here for him. There we go. Yes.
That was a nice guitar.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. Nice abalone. Plays really, sounds great. He's played the hell out of this thing. Getting close to possibly needing a fret level.
Yeah, that's the thing. You play them while you get that way, don't you?
They do. All right, let's see. Did anybody answer my question on the name of the chord that I was playing there? Probably not. Yeah. Let's see. I'm reading. Hey. Gravity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, so nobody cared to tell me what chord that is, and that's cool. Not many people watch my streams because they're teaching, and they take a while. It takes some time to learn. You'd rather sit and talk about virtually nothing in a lot of cases, which really is annoying, but nonetheless. A lot of goofy, terrible music being released as of late, I've seen. And yes, I'm voicing my opinion, and it's a very accurate one. The YouTube is being flooded with just trash for music. It's not fun to listen to. It's terrible. It's performed terribly. It sounds terrible. But hey, people are flooding our world with real shitty music, so that's cool. I sometimes will call it like special ed music. I don't know what people are thinking or why they release stuff like that. Who would want to listen to that aside from like going yay good job to somebody who's doing a terrible job? I like honesty, and I like listening to good music and stuff that people put time into. That's my preference. All right, time for the jam. All right, so here's this beautiful thing. It's beautiful, except for the fact that the fretwork on this guitar is absolutely an abomination. And I'm not sure, you know, how a company could sell necks with fretwork this terrible for the amount that this young man paid for this guitar. It's terribly tragic. So I'll show you what's going on and begin to show you what's going to be needed to fix this. It's going to take quite a bit of work. I'm not going to have to, I hope I don't have to refret it, but we'll see.
I think I can see that.
The fucker's gonna do anything, or do I have to do everything myself again, just like yesterday?
I might need some help on this. If nothing else, some advice.
Some advice.
God, last night, I'm on the web right now, so yeah, no, you're
Sorry
fine.
for the swearing.
Be careful what you say. No.
Well, I already said it's already obvious how I talk to you guys. I don't want anybody to really know that.
So I got this thing all done yesterday. I leveled these frets up at this area because he was fretting out up here in this area of the fingerboard and down here. So I leveled this portion and left these, didn't touch them, right? And I got done with it, put the strings on it, and started playing it, and it played just fine. And then I hit like a B note on the G string, and it just was blunk dead.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
And
I heard it all
look
the way
at
across
these.
the shop. It was
Check this out, and you can probably even see this gap. Look at underneath
Oh, I
that.
can see that.
Those frets, while I was playing it, started popping out of the fingerboard, like that far. And they weren't, I mean, I played it and it was fine. And then while I was playing it, it just went, like, instantly went, like, you can imagine playing a gig
Oh no.
and having one of your frets pop.
Is it possible to reseed them?
I'm gonna,
Oh.
first thing I'm gonna do is try and pull one of them. I've already talked to the owner and he's cool with what I want to do to resolve this, and see if the nut slots or the slots are cut too wide maybe. And if they come out real easy, then I'll go back and have to reset I'll hopefully be able to reuse these frets and glue them in, and then tap them all so they're flush with the fingerboard.
What are those made out of?
He says they're stainless steel. I can't make a judgment on that really because I did some filing on them and it seemed like they're nickel.
Yeah, they look like nickel silver.
Yeah, I don't think he got stainless steel frets. And he told me what he paid for this neck, and of course all the lights and stuff. You know, there's an added expense in that, but
I think it's safe.
My Ricky Nelson CD.
Yeah, gotta have that.
It's
So-
late. Oh, come on. Plug that in so I can do a little Ricky Nelson. would you?
yeah. You
I'll
don't
wait
want
till
to
it's
hear it
done.
right. You can't even play it right now. I'll let you play it when I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, so this guitar, I did all that work yesterday live and had students show up, so I couldn't play it on the air yesterday, but the frets are popping up out of the fingerboard on this thing at a very grotesque rate. I don't know, I didn't ask, and I kind of didn't want to know because I don't want to talk poorly about somebody who builds guitar necks, but this one is extremely tragic, what I'm experiencing on this. I got a hair in my mouth. Yep, I got it. Okay. So I got to pull the strings off of this thing, get started on deciphering what I really should do on this guitar. Because we did a lot of work yesterday for basically for nothing. Ultimately, I'm gonna have to level them all again, definitely. But I'll show you with my. I'll get my camera in here on the part of this guitar that's really having some issues. And this young man obviously puts the strings on himself, and he does it correctly because you can see getting the strings off of it really simple. Just yank. And they come off of there, right? So We got all the strings off of here. I think I lost one. I did. Here we go. And those of you who have your own channels, be really careful about what you play, because you'll lose people watching by playing really terrible music on your channels. As endearing as it might be, nobody wants to sit there and listen to shit. Stuff that just sounds terrible. Excuse the French. All right? All right. I'm going to hang it up. Have a great day. I tried.